For the first time ever, Pringles has released a puffed snack. Pringles Mingles have arrived. Hello, Goblins and Goblinettes. Welcome back to another edition of Destined to be Goblin. Destined Goblin here. This is where I will try a food product of some kind, maybe something you didn't even know existed, and I will decide whether or not I should give it my Destined Goblin seal of approval. I have been waiting for this product to arrive literally for months now. Pringles announced quite a while ago that they were coming out with a new product that would be the first time it wasn't a regular crisp like we've come to know and love from Pringles, not just a new flavor. It was actually a completely new product, and it was going to be a puffed snack for the first time ever from Pringles. I've been waiting a long time for it. The day has finally arrived. I've got Louis loaded with some nice cold water here as a palate cleanser. I've got 4 flavors of these things. These were all the flavors that I found. I don't know if they come in other flavors as well, but these were the 4 that I found in the store, and I grabbed all of them. Each one was a little over $3. They weren't necessarily cheap, but then compared to some of the snacks that are out there right now, it's not that bad of a price point. I do want to also mention, for those of you that have been following me, that are wondering what's going on, still no word from Peter Columbus. So, we're still looking for him. We're still trying to figure out exactly what's going on there. And if I get any information, I will let you know what is happening. But we will go ahead and get started with this review because we've got 4 different flavors of these Pringles Mingles to try, and I am excited about this. Okay, the first one we're going to try. Now, one of the things about these Mingles, here's a look at the product right there. So one of the things about these Mingles is that they combine 2 flavors into one snack. I don't know what the texture is. That's the thing that I'm really curious about. Supposedly, from what I have heard Pringles say, these are going to taste very similar to a Pringles crisp, but in a puffed snack form. That's something that I certainly have never had before. I love Pringles. You know, as a kid, I remember getting they were so different. You know, they were the only thing that came in a can. Getting one of those cans the day we would go grocery shopping, popping that thing open, and I think probably within 5 or 10 minutes, I'd eaten the entire can. I've always loved Pringles. I'm very curious to see what this new product is all about. These flavors also combine 2 of their regular crisp flavors into this one snack. So we've got sharp white cheddar and ranch. We've got a cheddar, what is this one? Cheddar and sour cream, that one right there. And then we've got a couple of really unique flavors here too. We've got a dill pickle and ranch. And then this one is a barbecue and pizza. So one thing that I do find curious about these flavors is that they've taken, as I said, some of their regular crisp flavors, kind of combined them into these Mingles, but they used ranch twice. I would have thought maybe they would have taken the jalapeno flavor, which is one of the flavors that I love, and maybe slipped that into one of these instead of doubling up on the ranch. But whatever. We will go ahead and start with this sharp white cheddar and ranch flavor. These are 150 calories for 56 pieces. So I'm assuming these are going to be pretty tiny. I guess we will see what we get in here. One of the things that I am concerned about with this bag, if you have ever tried those Cheez-It Puffs, those they come in a bag that's very similar to this. They're very light, they're very airy, and these also say they are light, airy, and crispy. The problem with those Cheez-It snacks, they are fantastic. They have fantastic flavors, really good product when you first pop it open and you first start snacking on those items. Really good snack. The next day, not so good anymore. There's absolutely no way to keep them fresh in those bags. I don't know if it's a product flaw. I don't know if it's a packaging flaw. I have tried. There's just no way to close these bags to the point, after you open them, that you're going to keep them fresh. I've put them in secondary bags. I've tried everything that I can think of. And really, by the second or third day, those snacks, those Cheez-It snacks, are just completely stale. There's just no two ways around it. So I'm a little nervous about this type of packaging as far as these go. I guess we will see. It says 2 flavors, 1 bow tie, and a deliciously craveable new snack from Pringles. And apparently, that is the actual size of the product. So if that is the actual size and you get 56 of those for 150 calories, that's a lot of snack. Let's see what we get. Okay, so I tried to be as careful as I possibly could to open that bag, and as you can see, it tore. There is simply no way to open this bag and then be able to seal it afterwards. You're not gonna eat this entire bag. There's 6 servings in here. So unless you've got a party going on, they're gonna either need to offer this in a smaller individual size bag or come up with some type of bag that keeps these things fresher, because I'm afraid the same thing's gonna happen to these like happens to those Cheez-It snacks. So there is a look at the new Pringles Mingles right there. So this is sharp white cheddar and ranch. I have been waiting literally months to taste this thing. Here we go. Okay, so the difference between this and a lot of the snacks that are out there is that this is supposed to be made with the same materials that they make their crisps out of. Let's see if we can confirm that. We've got yellow cornmeal, and then just the flavors, cheddar cheese and things. I don't think that's what Pringles are made of. I would have to double check that, but I think there may be a little bit of a disconnect there. I know that I heard the company say that these were gonna taste basically exactly like your Pringles crisps, just in a different form. That's not quite what we have here. Flavor-wise, I get overwhelmingly ranch on this, which is not bad because I love ranch. They're definitely poppable. They're definitely flavorful. There's a big, bold flavor there. But when I think Pringle, I'm thinking of those crisps, and I'm wanting that crisp. I'm wanting that flavor. I'm wanting that type of snack. This is very different. Okay, let's bring Louie out here with some nice cold water, kind of cleanse the palate. We've got a long way to go. That first one, I'm not going to judge everything by that first snack. It's not exactly what I had anticipated it would be, so we'll see how the rest of this goes. Okay, let's move on to the cheddar and sour cream. 150 calories, 56 pieces. I don't know. I hate these bags. I don't know. I know these are going to be stale in just a couple of days. That's what happens with those Cheez-It Puffs. There's no two ways around it. Cheddar and sour cream. Cheddar, yes. Sour cream, not so much. I guess I need to make sure that I judge these as a new snack, not as Pringles. I think the expectation in my mind, and from what I had heard, was going to be that these were going to have basically that same flavor as a Pringle, just in a puff. This eats very much like any other cheese puff out there. The flavor's good. It's a nice, bold flavor. There's a lot of flavor there. Okay, those were the more normal flavors, more usual flavors. Let's get to these next two and see what we think. Okay, it looks like all of these are 150 calories for 56 pieces. Dill pickle and ranch. One of my favorite flavors, dill pickle. Love ranch also. Let's see. That bag actually opened the best out of all of them so far. I may actually have a bit of a shot at closing this tightly. We will see. Dill pickle and ranch. A lot of seasoning on these. Ranch with a hint of dill flavor. See, there's a couple of problems here. Pringles, you have raised my expectations so high, and you haven't really delivered on what you said you were going to deliver with these. You've given me a basic puff, a basic snack puff. It eats exactly like any other cheese puff out there. And the flavor is good, but it's not so different that I wouldn't grab any other cheese puff out there. I mean, they're very poppable. I could easily see myself sitting down to watch a movie or something and eating this whole bag, which would solve the problem of trying to keep these fresh. Okay, one more to go, and it's the one that I am most curious about because that flavor combination sounds awesome. Well, I guess we'll see. So far, we have really only seen one of the flavors deliver on each of these combinations. This is barbecue and pizza. I have a feeling we're going to see the same thing here. One of these is going to win out over the other. These smell like barbecue more than pizza. So we will see what we get out of these. But here we go. Barbecue and pizza. Take a guess. Before I say what it is, guess which flavor won. Because there is only one flavor present. If you said barbecue, you are the winner. I'm not getting anything that reads pizza off of this. I think if I had to pick a favorite out of all of these right now, it would be the dill pickle. Even though that's more ranch than pickle. Pringles, I don't know how well you've mingled. You've taken two flavors, you've tried to combine them, you've succeeded in really only producing one of those flavors. You've created a new snack, but it's pretty much like every other cheese puff that's out there on the market. It's a good snack, it's a good flavor, it's a nice bold flavor. It's something that I could easily see myself getting and snacking on, but when I think of Pringles, I'm thinking of those crisps, and that's what I want, and that's not what this is, and that's disappointing. But this snack is good. It's a 1-star seal of approval. Well, there we go. That was a little disappointing. Again, you know, so many times when one of these products gets announced and it's going to be months before it actually comes out, and my expectations just raise higher and higher. Then the product hits, and it's usually not at all what I was expecting, and that's the case here again. They are not bad. They are good. But again, they're not all that different from anything else that's out there. So pick those up. They should be hitting the shelves now. I will keep you informed. If I hear anything about Peter Columbus, we'll try to figure out what's going on with him. And I will catch you next time.